Hi everybody. Today we're going to be looking at this really cool little gadget called the Elfie drone. It's also called the JJRC H37 drone, and it's a portable drone. These engines actually can fold up into this little body here, and you can actually put this in your pocket and carry it around. It's designed for you to take videos of yourself, or when it's in the air you can take videos of whatever it's looking at, and you can take still pictures as well. What's good about this as well, there's no memory card that you have to worry about. All of the footage automatically is downloaded onto your phone directly from the camera feed, right? Now you control this obviously with your smartphone, so you can use, if you have an Android phone or an iPhone from Apple, you can control this. There's an app that you can download from the App Store or from the Google Play Store, depending on if it's an Android or an iPhone that you have. And what's really good about this is, it's actually only it costs around $40, right? Now there are like high-end drones in this category that retail for way over more than $200, maybe even higher. But with that, you get like auto tracking mode, where those drones can actually follow you around and take pictures and stuff, which is really cool. This can't do that. You have to manually fly this. But what's really good about this is that for $40, you're getting a pretty good deal, I think. And looking at the picture, there's a little camera on the front, and there's some LED lights as well, so it does light up a little bit. So you may even could even fly this at night, right? Not sure how well the pictures will turn out at night, but just to say, you could if you wanted to. But anyway, so yeah, here's the Elfie drone, and again, it retails for around $40, and it's designed for people 14 years and older, and it's also designed for beginners. But if you are a hobbyist and you like flying things and you like drones and planes and stuff, this is something that you should add to your collection. I pretty much think so. Enough chit chat. As I always say, let's take this out of the box and look at this in a bit more detail. Again, introducing the Elfie drone. So here's the Elfie box, world's smallest foldable drone. Okay. And here it has some images here. It says selfie. It looks like a picture for camera. It says here Wi-Fi FPV. Now the Elfie, also known as the model JJRC H37, is the world's smallest foldable drone. Fits in your pocket, and it actually has a flying time of about 8 to 15 minutes, and it has a charging time of about 40 to 45 minutes. Now, as I said, you can get this, it retails for around $40 US. So it's very cheap, and it's actually a pretty good deal. I mean, there are, as I said, higher end drones that do the same thing with a lot more features, but then you have to shell out like $200 and $300, right? But with the Elfie, it's a great beginner's selfie drone. And here's the picture of the world's smallest drone, and it says age is 14 plus, and it comes with, in English, pre-flight preparation, how to operate it and all that. And hey, there's even some color pictures in here of how to charge it up, battery compartment, how to fly it and everything. Now again, it doesn't come with a controller because you use your cell phone, right? So if you have an Android phone or a Windows phone, and here's some parts and parts list and whatnot, right? So yeah, now one of the things I have to mention too, the video, it does take 720p video, and the video is actually downloaded directly onto your phone, so you don't have to like take out a memory card and then put it into a computer to download the video or pictures, right? So here, look at this. It comes with a nice little carrying case, nice felt carrying case, a little drawstring. It's pretty cool. Look at that. And look at that. That's the Elfie. Now, to the untrained eye, you're like, well, what is this thing? It looks like a hunk of plastic with a power button, right? So, actually, before we look at that in a bit more detail, it comes with a ton of spare parts as well, which is really cool. It comes with a bag of propellers, and there are some gears in there as well for the propellers. There's, I think, 1, 2, actually, yeah, you get 4 propellers and 4 gears, extra as spare parts. And hey, you also get a USB key here, a USB stick, right? And I think that's it, right? So this is what you get in the box. And here's the drone itself, the JJRC. Now, as I said, flying time is about 8 to 15 minutes for this thing, and it takes about 45 minutes to charge it up. And it is a quadcopter, and there are certain modes that this thing has when it comes to flying, and one of the big modes, is something called headless mode. So one of the issues that people have when they're flying drones is knowing, well, you know, this is the front of the drone and that's the back of the drone, right? And I can see that because it's right in front of my face. But when I have this thing, you know, quite away from me flying in the air, right, you know, 100 meters away, I don't know what's left, you know, what the front is and from the back. So if I'm going to be commanding it to turn left relative to me, or to go left, I should say, relative to me, it will go left relative to me. Regardless of where the front or the back is when it's in flight, it will go to the left. Same thing if I command it to turn right, it will turn right, right? So that's what headless mode is. You don't have to worry about, you know, the orientation of the drone. The drone just knows if you're instructing it to go right relative to where you're standing or sitting, it will go right. And same thing when you want to turn left. So that's headless mode. So this actually has that feature, which is good. Now this is called an RTF kit, i.e. it's ready to fly. You don't have to do any pre-assembly. You know, you have the spare parts. Okay, you can put that away, and we can just put this away for now. And let's look at this in a bit more detail. Now, first off, it is very, very light. It doesn't weigh pretty much anything, which is a good sign. I mean, it is supposed to fly, but it's very, very light. And what I like about it is, let me turn it upside down. Here, these just open up. Alright, and now you have a full-sized mini drone, right? Full working propellers, and the build quality is pretty good. For $40, I was expecting something pretty flimsy and that will break apart in my hand, like you know, like some pastry. And it actually feels rugged, very good. And in here, let me just take this out. I think it's this way. No, it's this way. Here is where you can access the battery. It's a rechargeable battery. But if you need to change it, right in here is the battery compartment. Alright, and of course it is not connected to anything because it was in shipping. But this is the battery. It's a little 500 milliampere hour battery. Right, and there's a little connector, and when you're ready to fly it, you can just connect it inside. There's a little plug right in there, and you connect this in there. And let me see here. Should connect in there. Anyway, I'll do it later because I need to just show you some other features first. But you just put the battery in there, and you can use it. But let me just take the battery out for now. So here is the Elfie. Here's the power button. As I said, these actually open out and they do lock in place, right? They don't. You have to really apply pressure to close it back, which is good. So they kind of lock in place when they're open fully. So of course, when you're going to fly it, make sure that they're open to the, you know, to their maximum. So you have that quadcopter look there. And the front here, we have LEDs on either side, and here's the 720p camera. Now it does move, right? It actually does move, the camera. And again, 720p video, and it also takes stills as well. And if you notice now, there is no slot for any memory card, right? And that is because, as I said earlier, when you're recording video or taking pictures, the video and the pictures are automatically stored on your phone itself. Right? Now, regarding the battery, this actually, I just realized it's not a memory stick, it's just an adapter. What you would do, you would plug the battery here in the back of the adapter, and then you plug your USB adapter into any live port on your PC or back of your television, wherever you have a USB port. That gives you that 5-volt DC voltage. You connect it up to this and you charge your battery. Alright, so that's what this is for. It's pretty cool. Now it does come with a 6-axis gyro, and the gyro is built into this. Now this is a beginner level drone, and you know, for 40 bucks, yeah, definitely for beginner. But you know what, if you are a hobbyist like me and I like to collect these things, this is a really good buy for 40 bucks. I mean, it does take video and pictures, right? And it's a decent quality build. It does have it's controlled, of course, via a Wi-Fi connection to your phone, so Wi-Fi remote control. And this is a 4-channel system, right? And 4 channels because you have 1, 2, 3, 4 motors to control. So you can, you know, control the orientation, the yaw, pitch, everything. And the distance, they say you can control it up to 100 meters away from you. Again, I will test it out shortly. The battery, as I said, it's a nice, small, compact, stick of gum sized 500 milliampere hour battery. Comes with an adapter that you charge. Takes about 45 minutes to charge when you connect it to your computer, right? This thing, it's about 6.5 by 13.5 by 2.5 centimeters in size. So of course, lengthwise you're looking at, you know, 13.5 centimeters, 6.5 centimeters wide, and then the thickness is about 2.5 centimeters. Okay. So if you have an Android phone, just go into the Google Play Store and search for JJRC or Elfie drone, or even Elfie, and here's the app. Here's what it looks like. Let me just go back here, and it gives you some screenshots of what the actual app experience looks like. Alright, here we go. So that's what the intro screen looks like on the app. And there's the connect button, so you can pair with the drone. Here's the control, one of the control screens here. It's where you naturally select taking still pictures, taking videos. Here's your storage directory. Now of course the directory will automatically download your videos and your pictures directly onto your phone, so there's no need for a memory card, right, to transfer that data. And this, I guess, gives you the status of the battery on the drone, so it says 30% there. And here's your on-off switch, and there's your settings key. And here is the actual in-flight controls. Of course, it's all touchscreen because you're using your phone. And here's where you can control your altitude and speed and your pitch and yaw and whatnot. Even have trim buttons here on the sides here. And of course, a 360 button. And here is your stop button. So when you press stop, from what I've read on this Elfie drone, it can actually land, do smooth landings without crashing into the ground. So when you press stop, it can actually pretty much land smoothly on the ground or in the palm of your hand or wherever, right? So I will be testing that out, seeing how well it lands, and testing how well it flies using these pretty intuitive controls on my touchscreen phone here. Yeah, so I mean, you can't go wrong for 40 bucks. I mean, you're getting a pretty decent little quadcopter, complete with LED lights at the front. You know, oh, sorry, over here. LED lights at the front, and of course a fully working camera that takes video and pictures. Yes, it would be great if it did 1080p, but hey, don't complain. You're getting a good deal for that price. Comes with a cool 500 milliampere hour battery with an adapter for charging. And it also comes with a set of spare propellers. You get 4 of them, and you actually also get 4 gear assemblies as well. And of course, the motors are, you know, pretty decent brushed motors. I believe they're brushed motors. And yes, the motors inside here, the 4 motors are brushed motors. Just in case you're wondering. and has a 6-axis gyro, 4-channel Wi-Fi remote control, and yeah, pretty cool. And that's the power switch. And when you're done, you just fold it up like so, and you can literally put this thing, let me just make sure that the propellers are lined up nicely here. Oops, it goes in there, goes in there, and let me just adjust these here at the back here, like so, and like that. And you can literally put this in your pocket. You don't have to worry about breaking the propellers. Everything is nicely tucked away, and it's very lightweight. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the JJRC H37 Elfie drone, designed for taking selfies, pictures, videos, and yeah, and it's of course ready for beginners. But I also recommend, if you're a hobbyist and you like collecting these flying things, why not get one? It should be fun to fly. So until next time, until I go out into the field and test this out, you guys have a great night, and we will talk later. Bye bye.